Well, today's the day, and we're going to do a potato harvest from these bags. I don't know if we'll have anything, but we'll dump them and find out. Okay, so here's the first bag. We did plant 3, and I covered them with some cedar shavings. But we'll see, because I have not done a whole lot with these. There's some potatoes. Little, but they're potatoes. Some nice size there. They're nice little roasting potatoes. Digging potatoes is always like a treasure hunt. You don't know what you're going to find. And these were basically potatoes that were throwaway. They were no longer good. And instead of throwing them away, I decided to plant them. So whatever I get is a free potato. There we go. This is pretty good. We'll dump the next one and see what we got. Here we go, bag number 2. It's really jammed in there. There we go. Okay. Well, it's that time where the grapes are ripe and it's time to harvest them. Hi, and welcome to my channel, Mary Bourne ND and Gardening with Granny. Well, it's over. We have completed the Every Bit Counts challenge for 2024. And I would like to do a little sip and chat about what I've been able to accomplish. Hopefully, have given you some hints on things that you can do to maintain your harvest and perhaps do some healthier meals for yourself. So it has been a season. We have had so much heat and so much rain. I'm sure most of the country can make that statement. And I'm done. I am so ready for cool fall breezes and the change of colors and the slowing down and all that autumn means to all of us. But let's recap and kind of find some joy in what we've been able to accomplish in the month of August because we went through this challenge. Some challenges are really beneficial, and other challenges are a learning experience that you don't want to go through again. And yeah, my health has been that. I've had to make some changes in the garden. If you've been following me for a while, thank you. And if you're new, thank you. I appreciate every single one of you. The reason I took on this challenge was to help me get through this summer and to make use of the garden I started planting in February, where I started seed starting, and it was wonderful. It was very hopeful. And then I kept getting different signals that my health wasn't up to par. I was having challenges going upstairs and different things, maintaining my breath on a regular basis. And so through several discoveries, I got several diagnoses. And now I think I'm on the road to repair and recovery, and hopefully can look forward to the fall season. I'm really looking forward to my granddaughter getting married next month. Well, actually, this is September, so it's this month, 20 days. And all of the holiday season that this part of the seasons give you, the autumn, the beautifulness of that. And here in Michigan, it is a gorgeous season. And then I actually like snow. I like winter. I am not an 80-degree person. It is I'd rather be in air conditioning, and that's not healthy. I'd rather be outside, even if it's cold weather. You can bundle up, take walks. It's still a beautiful time, and you can sit by the fire and look at the snow, and every season has its beauty. And one of the reasons why I love Michigan so much is because we get to experience every single one of those seasons. So let's go on and see what have we accomplished during this challenge. I dried a lot of herbs. Actually, I like freeze drying, but you can dry herbs. There's no reason not to. Here in Michigan, it's a little more difficult because of the humidity. And I find that freeze drying herbs maintain that taste and smell that you associate with fresh. So we did. basil, rosemary, parsley, thyme, lemon balm, mint. So we did a lot of dried herbs. And from some of those herbs, I made seasonings. So I ground them up, made powder, and I'm in constant use of those herbal combinations and singulars. So I like rosemary, but I don't like the threads of it. So I really like freeze-dried rosemary where I can grind it up, still have that lovely taste and smell, and not have to deal with the needles. So there is that. We also not I didn't grow the spinach, but a lot of times when you buy in bulk and there's only two of you, a lot of that will go to waste if you don't do something with it. And I like freeze drying spinach because then I can crumble it up, put it in soups or even in salads. It lends well to omelets. So I freeze dried a bunch of spinach. We bought corn at the farmer's market and froze that. That was really wonderful. I also made a soup with the vegetables. So, like, I had green beans that came in that aren't like the French beans that I usually like to grow. It's a bush variety. I have yellow, purple, and green, and they're very tender. These were not. These were kind of flat. I don't know if they were Italian beans, but they needed to be cooked. And so I made 2 quarts of wonderful vegetable soup with carrots and um, onions and tomatoes and celery, a bunch of things from my garden, as well as adding some of the corn. And I freeze dried that and blended it. And now I have an instant vegetable soup that I can add to bump up the nutrition in a lot of different foods. My zucchini has yet to come in. I know a lot of people were inundated with zucchini. Mine, I've only so far been able to harvest a little one that I had with an omelet, but it's coming and I love to freeze dry zucchini because it can be made into flour. You can add it to breads, you can add it to muffins. And again, there's more nutrition that you're adding to any bread products. I had a bumper crop of onions. They were gorgeous. I think I have 2 left to pull where the necks are still not completely. When an onion's done, it'll kind of bend over like this, and this part of the onion, you can squeeze and know that it's done. And I have 2 more, I think, that are not. I had red and yellow and white. I have a couple of the yellows that I've saved to store. And I'm very, very pleased with that. My green peppers are starting to come in, and we've chopped and froze a lot of those. And I I don't do any Mexican dishes to tell you the truth. I don't do spicy, so most of the way I use green pepper is in cubes. We do a lot of what we call Spanish rice with green pepper and rice and beef and chopped beef and tomato sauce, and it's a really yummy dish that we like. Occasionally, we'll put cheese on it, not all the time, but occasionally. And so I'll be able to put the powdered vegetable soup in that. I'll be able to put the frozen green peppers and onions. And so I'm very grateful for that. We have harvested from my green stalks some of the tender beans that I love to have in the winter time. And we've had enough where I've been able to freeze some packets of those green beans. And tomatoes, oh my word, the tomatoes are doing so beautifully. Seed saving, I did a whole video on gathering seeds and how to preserve them properly so you can grow them next year. Some seeds you can just plant, some seeds you like tomatoes and cucumbers, you have to get the film off of it so that it doesn't rot. And it takes what they call fermenting the seed. I showed you that in a video. We harvested potatoes, and I will show you that in a video. We got 7 pounds, and I'm proud of that because we only used grow bags, used 3 grow bags. I put in 2 potatoes in each grow bag. So out of 6 potatoes that were really spent. There was no hope for them. They were, some of the roots were like a foot long. So they were useless, and we put them in grow bags. I didn't have to pay any attention to them except put some uh, not sawdust, but shavings, wood shavings on top to keep it from the potatoes from getting sunlight exposure. I'm thrilled. 7 pounds is a good amount. We've already had 2 meals from it. I roasted the little ones. They were so yummy with a little bit of garlic salt and some of my own basil salt with garlic. Um, Potatoes, grapes. I harvested a bunch of grapes, cooked them down, and they're straining. And I put them in the refrigerator, and we'll be making jelly out of those. So even though the every bit counts challenge is over with, most of us are still dealing with harvests and trying to preserve them and make the most of the food that we have gotten through this season and continue to get. Apples will be coming in shortly, and we're doing applesauce. I did a peach sauce this year, which I've never done before. I didn't can it because already I ate one of the pints. So I'm going through them. It's very much like applesauce, only it was made from peaches that were starting to go too ripe, and I had to do something with them. And I love I love applesauce, and so I thought, why not peach sauce? And it turned out really good. And a lot of this I didn't videotape because of my health situation. Um, some of it I could do little clips of videos, but I don't have a setup where I can film what I'm doing. And so I just do little video clips here and there. So that's basically it for what I've done. I think it was quite a lot to accomplish, considering the other challenges I had. I hope that some of it was helpful for you, that you got some good ideas. I know that having a harvest right freeze dryer is a luxury, but we use it a lot, and it really saves us money because we're not wasting food. And I think if you can get the initial investment and use it, it is a huge, huge benefit. You can buy in bulk and then freeze dry it and have it for years, whereas dehydrated in a couple years, maybe, and it doesn't quite do the job that the freeze dryer does. I still use my dehydrator. I'm dehydrating tomatoes right now, which reminds me, I did do roasted Tomatoes, not a fan. It was really difficult. I'd rather do plunk in the boiling water, take out and get rid of the skins that way. And then I have the option of blending it or making stewed tomatoes, that type of thing, which I did several batches of that. So my dehydrator is dehydrating the skins and whatever was left from the tomato, the seeds in that, and I'll be able to powder it a bit. So again, I hope this was an enjoyable month. If you followed me the entire time. If you missed some of it, please revisit my channel and see all the different things I did for the challenge. And I hope that you have a wonderful autumn. I will probably be popping on, probably weekly to give you some updates of what we're doing and how we're making the best to improve our health and eating good foods to encourage good health, which I hope that you do too. So long for now, and thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.